Spigen has been making high-quality cases for the iPhone for a long time, and with the iPhone 6s, they've continued that across their line. The cases range from super thin to heavy duty, but for the most part, they do a great job of protecting your phone. Starting off with the lighter cases, we have the AirSkin, and this is the thinner case of the bunch and gives minimal bulk, but at the same time minimal protection. This isn't a case for drops, but a case that will keep scratches and scuffs away from your phone. The only issue with this case was a break that happened after taking the case on and off multiple times. This case is very thin, so it wasn't a surprise, but it's definitely something to keep in mind. There's also the thin fit case. It's quite a bit thicker than the AirSkin, but still doesn't add too much bulk. It also isn't the best for drops because it doesn't cover the entire bottom or the top of the phone, but it's enough to keep most scratches off. And it just gives you a very simple case so you don't have a naked iPhone. If you like that thin case but want a little bit more protection, then the liquid crystal might be a good option. It's still really thin, but instead of plastic it's a TPU material, so it's very flexible and will provide a bit more protection all around. If you drop the phone with this, it has a much better chance of surviving. A step up from the liquid crystal is the rugged capsule. It feels about the same in terms of materials. It's flexible and thin and covers the whole phone, but this one has a bit more padding around the corners and has a more rugged design with a carbon fiber look at the top and bottom. It's thin protection, but a good amount of it. For a more rigid case, the Ultra Hybrid series is next in line. It's a two-part design, but it's all in one, so you don't actually have two parts. The edges are made out of a hard rubber, and the back is a clear plastic. This gives you a lot of protection and allows you to see your phone through the back. That protection does add more bulk, but it's still easy to manage, and for the most part looks good and can complement your phone depending on which one you choose. For the rest of the line, they're all two-part cases, which gives them more protection. The thinnest of these is the Neo Hybrid series. There are different kinds in the line, but they all look the same, have the same features, they just look different. The inner portion is made out of a rubber material and feels pretty similar to the rugged capsule, but there's also a hard plastic piece that surrounds the inner portion. The piece on the outside is really flimsy when putting it on. If you're uncareful, there is a chance of breaking it, but once it's actually on the phone, it doesn't really feel like it's going to break and it's pretty sturdy. These come in multiple styles and colors, so you can find one that looks the way you want, and there's metal buttons covering the power and volume rocker buttons. These are the cleanest looking cases in the line, and bridge having a thin phone but having enough protection. If protection is all you care about though, the Slim Armor or Tough Armor are your best bet. These are substantially thicker and more heavy duty, and they cover the entire phone with a rubber inner portion and a hard plastic outer portion. The difference with the Slim Armor and the Tough Armor is just the rigidity and thickness of the case itself. The Tough Armor is much tougher as the name would imply. The case is easy to get on and has a cutout in the back to see the Apple logo, although in some cases this could be a problem for dirt to get into the case. The real issue though with these is the kickstand. There is a kickstand built in and it works well when it's open, but it's almost impossible to open on your own. I had to get something to prop it open. So it's really pretty useless because when you're out and about you'd never be able to use it. Tolerances on the kickstand just need to be better. But as far as protection go, these cases are definitely going to keep your phone safe and they're probably your best bet. So those are the cases for the iPhone 6s and 6s Plus in Spigen's line. There are a range of different styles and sizes, and besides a few problems with some of the cases, they provide a decent amount of protection, and they cover up the phone while still having all the ports and buttons accessible very easily. If you want to see all the pricing and availability for these, visit Spigen.com. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to subscribe so you can see when new videos are out, and visit MacRumors.com for more. My name is Matt Gonzalez with MacRumors, and we will see you next time.